Welcome back to Comic Book Wednesdays, a somewhat weekly series where we discuss comic books. We're your hosts. I'm Ian.
I'm Al.
And I'm Shane.
Alright, and we're back. We're actually going to be finishing up Superior Spider-Man this week. So, I'm a little messed up, a little fucky, because I thought we had a whole 6 issues left, but we only had 4. We had the 3 that we were originally going to do together a couple weeks ago that got derailed,
hmm
and then there was one left, and that one was just like the conclusion, um, issue number 31. So we went from 28, 29, 30, and then we did 31. Um, the last two were like Spider Verse tie-ins, and it's fine. If we're not reading Spider Verse, there's no point.
Yeah. I didn't read them. I was tempted to, but I was like, after reading the original 3 over again and
Yeah,
the finale one, I was like, and the day I had at work, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
yeah, yeah. No, I was the same way, and when I was looking at it last night, I was like, I'm gonna read 6 comic books tonight. It's just gonna be what it is, whatever. And then I got
Hmm.
through it, and I was like, okay. There's only 4 left. You know what? This ain't bad at all. I'm into it.
Yeah. But
Uh,
can we just talk about how good that fucking
Oh,
those last 2 comics were?
yeah, they're
Phenomenal.
fucking phenomenal. So one I got to talk about. One is Peter's journey through Otto's life in the
hmm
Mindscape. I love how they do that. I love how like Peter has this understanding. He feels this sympathy for Otto, and therefore you do as the reader, like you get who he
Yeah.
is, and it's so good. Such good storytelling. But then like I love the splash scenes of Pete, like when he's finally back and he's in the old red and blue, not the darker one, and he's like,
Yeah.
my turn. And it's like it's so good. It's
Dude,
so
it was so good. And like the redemption that you get from Otto at the end, where he's just like, I can't be the superior Spider-Man. You are superior.
dude, that line hit me so good.
Dude, it was so good.
it, it's perfect. And then like you and like I feel like I mentioned this earlier when we were like starting to read, like you really start to feel for Otto. You really like see how he's progressed as a character. Um, and mostly because of Anna Maria, like his love for her is what really gets me. It makes me feel for him.
Yeah, because I mean, even at that part in the book where Pete's like, "Holy crap, he actually did love her," and then she she makes the same kind of uh, statements, and he's like, "Holy crap, she actually loved him."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then like the end of it is so sad because
Yeah.
the line is like Peter says nobody dies on Spider-Man's watch or something like that. Like nobody dies on my watch, and then he's like, I misspoke. Somebody did have to die,
Yep.
and that was like, oh, so sad. And it's weird that like I feel sad about Doc Ock dying, but you do.
Oh, you definitely do.
This was probably one of my favorite series that we've done. Like the ending tied itself in so well, and aside from Doc Ock's growth, like Peter coming through, and like that line where he was just like, "You are the superior Spider-Man," and like even when he's looking at Anna Maria, and he's like, in order for you to be you and for me to be me, I have to let her go. And like, I really felt like in that moment, Peter was like, now you understand what I have to deal with.
Right. He knows the great power comes great responsibility. Like
Mm-hmm.
it hits him, and it's a really good moment. Um, and it's like it's this is like one of the greatest Spider-Man moments, and it's like someone who doesn't read the comic books would never know something like this is happening.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's worth it.
I really did think it was funny when he met up with the Avengers and Cap was like, "I thought you quit," and he's like, "What? Me? Nah, once an Avenger, always an Avenger. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about."
Yeah, that
but
was
like
awesome.
I gotta comment on that too, because like not even like an issue before they're like, we're gonna have to arrest him.
Yeah.
So it's like, so what's going on? Did you arrest him? Like,
Nope.
I honestly kind of felt like when Peter got back into his body, he's like, "Yes, I'm me again." Like one of the things that I really thought in that moment as he looked around and just kind of went, "Fuck."
oh man. Um,
It really was a fucking fantastic end to a
Yeah.
really good comic book line.
I wish I could like take that clip in time travel back in time and show you that audio clip like when we
Oh
first
yeah.
started reading this.
Oh, dude, yeah. I totally didn't want to read this book because it was so fucking cringy.
Yeah.
And
You
now
know,
reading it, I'm so glad we did read it because it was so fucking good, dude.
he went
Oh,
from Doctor Ick to Doctor Ock, and I'm gonna put some fucking respect on his name for this.
Yeah.
yes. That's what I want to hear. Oh, that makes me so happy.
That being said, one of my other favorite funny moments is that when Goblin's like messing with him and he thinks it's Otto, and Peter's like, "Set the dignity of knowing I never carried a man person." He's like, "No, it's you."
Yeah. That's I sent you guys a screenshot of his face. It's just like Goblin figuring out that it's like real Peter. He's like,
Yeah.
ah.
The screenshot I sent of like them being like, "Remember, Normie, we did this all for you," and the dude looks like Damien from The Exorcist, and he's just out of his mind.
Yeah, he's a weird kid, man.
Yeah, I mean the kid's name is Normie.
Yeah.
Normie, like what the hell? What is that?
It's not good, is what it is.
no, no.
Like, if I saw anybody in the world look at me with that kind of eyes, I would just leave. Wherever I was. Doesn't matter if I was at home. I would leave my house.
That person needs to go away.
Yeah. Also, like the Liz Allen, what's her deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was holding that um goblin mask too.
Yeah, she was. So she's in on it, but like to what
Yeah.
extent? So that's a 20.
It's a 20 for that door.
Yeah.
I don't have any lockpicks anyway.
No. Sorry, got off topic there for a sec.
Yeah, that's
You're
alright.
good.
Um,
Spider-Man, he once again did the Peter Parker thing, where like after she had used the buzzer and like Norman, aka the other dude, got away, and he was just, I mean, he was just like, "Look, I understand what happened. I understand why you did what you did. We're cool. It's all good." Like that was a very Peter move, but like his mannerisms were very much like, "Would you please not fucking touch that again?"
Yeah.
More effort than a pit of spikes. Credit
oh
where it's
man,
due.
I I'm so glad that we got through this book and we read it. I was a little nervous at first, just kind of feeling like how you guys were feeling about it. But then, like now that we've gotten through all of it, you guys are saying these things. I'm so happy I picked it because I was kind of hemming and hawing on it a little. Um, but I'm glad that I decided to actually do it. Like,
No, me too.
Yeah,
This was
it
fantastic.
was a great read. It really was.
um, this same writer has done other books too. Like they've done Fantastic Four and stuff. So maybe one day we'll get back into their works.
Yeah.
Um, I'd be
I'd be
into
down.
that.
He's a great writer.
I wouldn't mind
And
doing some Fantastic Four too.
yeah, I'm up in the air on that a couple things because I kind of want to go and do Hickman's stuff with you guys because he's fucking fantastic as we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Dan Slott might not be a bad idea. I don't know. We got a little. There's thousands of freaking books. So
Really? I thought we only had a handful to choose from.
yeah. I don't know. I could pray. I could sit here and praise this book all day. I loved it. I love the art. I love the writing. I love all the different like walks of life they make us look at. There, like you see like everything from Vulture all the way through Venom to Green Goblin. Like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
he's got the JJ stuff. There's a nice little twist on that. But I'm curious. I'm excited to move forward here and read more stuff. And Shane, you're next, and I'm really curious to see what you have for us because you kind of teased us with some Transformer stuff, maybe a little, but I was not exactly
Yeah.
sure what you have.
So, what we're going to be reading is Transformers Till All Are One. It's to set you guys up a little bit. With the Transformers, we have the Autobots and the Decepticons. They've been raging and warring for millions of years at this point.
Whatever it takes.
Pre-Earth, pre-getting to these different planets and things like that. Where this book is set, and I had to do a little bit of research. This is why I'm setting you guys up. This is after the war. Cybertron has reunited. The Autobots and the Decepticons, the warring factions, are no more. Megatron is MIA. It's not really clear whether he's dead or whether he's just laying low. Optimus saw that Cybertron was being rebuilt, and he made the conscious decision of essentially saying, "You don't need a general to lead you in a time of peace. I need to go remind myself what it is to actually be a person and not a warrior."
Huh.
And so he's gone. He
Interesting.
left. What we're going to be focusing on is Cybertron trying to figure itself out. There's movements for a democratic government. There's elections happening between like different Autobots and Decepticons who are now like trying to actually run peacefully as a leader. And lo and behold, as it turns out, Starscream is the one that gets elected in an
Of
interim
course.
power. But he did everything through legal means. He was elected democratically. And so now you have these Autobots who are like, okay, you are the people's chosen. We're going to help you because we said that we would help anybody. That includes you. And so this story is about what he's doing on the planet, people who are opposing him, people who are trying to usurp him, and what the overall story is the theme of like what it means to be a good leader versus what you were made to do.
Interesting.
That sounds really fucking cool.
So that's we're gonna read the first 3 issues of that, and I'm gonna try and either get the app working or I'll just scan them and send them to you guys as PDFs.
Okay.
But either way, we'll have that for next week.
Awesome.
Yeah. We could probably troubleshoot a little bit on the app too, just see if we do as much as we can to try to make that work.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll get it
But
going.
I read this story, fell in love with it, and like, as you guys have seen my tattoo, like those Cybertronian words are "Till all are one," and that's one of the reasons I decided to get the tattoo. Is because after reading this story, I was like, "Holy crap!"
Oh. Well, it touched you that much. I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, it's got to be good if you're really that much into it.
Absolutely.
Ian, as you just said, every time like we pick something for each other, there's that little bit of like, "Oh God, I hope you guys like it."
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
So before we, I guess, move on, any final thoughts on Spider-Man?
What was that?
I got one.
Go for it.
All right. Kind of going in line with what I was saying a little bit ago, I'm really surprised. Like, this book had a lot of good twists and turns, and like before we read this final issue, I honestly thought like, okay, Peter, he's fighting his way to the surface, but like I don't think we're going to see him succeed here. I think this is going to be a Doc Ock story. And in the end, it didn't disappoint because it was a Doc Ock story. But the redemption that I had kind of been hoping for, like going back to like the first episode we recorded of this, like where I was like, I hope he does better. Like he blew my expectations away, especially giving up Anna Maria. Like that. Oh god, that was powerful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was. He really surprised me by the end of it. It was something really good there.
yeah. He becomes a hero.
Yeah.
He makes the selfish play, and it's like, wow, you never see that kind of stuff. Like that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'm happy with where we're at. I'm ready to end it up. Are we all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening, and tune in next time where we start doing some Transformers comics. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
All right, all right. So, everybody, this was Comic Book Wednesdays. You have a good night.
Have a good one now.
Later.